Good day. Welcome to our new topics. Our topic for today is about PowerPoint. Basically, we're going to discuss what are the features, descriptions, what are the presentation slides, how to create a slides presentation, how to design a theme, add the text, add the new slides, editing techniques, and bulleted and add pictures. For the introductions, it is a robust application that allows you to combine text, graphics, pre-designed background, with a professional presentation. Following is an illustration of how to launch a PowerPoint for the first time user. Well, for the version of Microsoft PowerPoint 2013, you just simply need to click the start button. This is how you're going to launch. And then go to the Microsoft Office and then click the Microsoft PowerPoint. As we all know, what are the features? Well, let's take a look. As we have the title bar for number 2, quick access toolbar, the file tab for number 3, which is common and similar to all um, word processing like MS Word and spreadsheet like Excel. As for the thumbnails, these are the small preview of what we call the slides, and then the title placeholder, and then the subtitle placeholder. For the ribbon on number 8, and this is the collapse, and the work area, and we have a status bar also similar to the rest of the applications. And number 11 is the view options, which is similar to the rest of the Office products. Now, why do we make a presentation? To present our ideas, to share our ideas, to show our studies, our concerns, is simply telling to our audience or to our panelists what are the ideas that we have in mind. So these are the pictures and descriptions. For the quick access toolbar, it displays a quick access to the commonly used commands. The title bar is the file name of the presentation that you want. Let's say this is my thesis final or this is my feasibility studies. That's it. So for the file tab, which is actually replaced since Office 2007, you can actually go to such as open, new, save as print, and etc. For the thumbnail, it is a display of a snapshot which is in every slide. If you have 10 slides, you can actually see each one of them in a very small pictures. So we call it the thumb slide or the thumbnail slide. The title placeholder is actually put in the top of the slides for you to put your title of the presentation, which initialize the main idea should be correlated to the title of your presentation. Underneath is the subtitle placeholder. For example, this is your feasibility studies. Underneath is the title of your feasibility studies. Let's say chocolate coconut butter with paminta or with pepper. Something like a unique to have the basic, the whole idea, and then the specified objective of your presentation. As for the status bar, it displays the information about the slides, such as page number, you see, and then for the ribbon, you can actually relate it to the commands within the tabs. Each tabs provides buttons for commands. For the collapse, the ribbon is only the tabs name shows. Work area is where you put all your pictures, your text, your videos, and everything that you need to enter in your PowerPoint presentation. For the view options, it displays several view modes for slides, just like read mode, web view. So, having the idea of doing a presentation is simply making a simple combination. What do you mean a simple combination? A PowerPoint presentation should be clear enough at the back to see. So the larger the text, it would be better. You don't need to put the whole paragraph inside it. As for example, in this sample that XPPT, okay, the following information shows the on-screen slideshow, which is 1, 2, 3. Very typical, very simple. You can put the title, your name, and then the agenda or the table of contents, and then the types of training which is taken on that. So presentation shows you the draft of what are the things you're going to discuss. So the audience or the panelists will be convinced on how you actually explain the details of your idea. So from the word presentation, you are trying to convince your audience to listen and to come out with the idea that you have in mind that you wanted to share for everyone. Using this, you can actually share whatever data that you have collected or the data that you have manipulated in order for them to understand the importance of your presentation. While the overhead transparencies can be printed as transparencies, our web pages can be saved and published online, or you can even use a handout and take note. You can even make it as a PDF or convert it into a Word, or you can even convert it into a video if you want later on. Now, please, when you do a presentation, don't overcrowd the page. Just put there at least around 3 to 4 or 5 bullets and then emphasize on the top, the title. If you could put 1 or 2 pictures, that would be fine. There are no contrasting pictures that say too colorful. That's not good. So the section will show you this is the typical opening of our PowerPoint. You can click the title or something like that. Now, a blank slides is that unformatted that have no color scheme. Usually it's blank. So meaning there's no template. Okay. While on the design, slides team can be have a design concept, font and color scheme. The idea is, let's say you wanted to report something like um, office data. So you can have a template basically using an office data. Or you wanted to have a presentation based on the theme of gender issues. You can have actually that. There are a lot of design templates that you want, but these are not requirements. These are the things that you have to choose whether you wanted to use it or not. So for the design team, you can select a design tab and then you can choose whatever preferred color that you want. You can have a combination of a color of a gray, a notebook design, a sea, a seashore base, or an ocean deep, something like that. There are a lot of themes. As it depends on what you want, and it depends on what you need, and it depends on the personality that you are. As for the template, the colors are already provided, and there are typical backgrounds that you have already done there. While having the first slide, you can actually have a new slides. You can add a continuation. Usually, all or majority of the PowerPoint presentation, the minimum pages were actually around 9, 9 to 12. That would be fine. Well, it depends on what you want. Well, adding a new slide, you can have it the second slide, the third, whichever you want. You can actually duplicate the slide. You can insert a new slide, or you just need to remove that slides. let's say you have 15 and then you wanted to remove this, you can actually do that. So these are the pictures for adding a new slides. For the title and the content, now you have put something like this. For example, our agenda has four topics: the training, the resources, the commitments, and the needs for training. So as for the agenda for the second page, sometimes we call it the outline or the layout, but usually I call it the title or the agenda. It's much more prepared. So you don't need to put the meaning of the title or the meaning of the particular parts of the training, because you need to discuss that later as you proceed to your presentation. Now, you will be discussing what are the types of training, and then you have to emphasize at least three or four types of training which is suited, that is needed for the client or for the customers. While the editing techniques, obviously, you have a normal view, which is all of us want to become a normal, and then you have a slide sorter view, which you wanted to change, which will be the first one or the second one or the third one. While for the reading view, you can actually see the content, and then for the slideshow view, you can actually see each one on how transition the things that will be something like that. So how to edit a bullet list is actually having something like a bulleted list. There's no big issue on that. You can simply design or click the bullet and then you can delete. Well, obviously, PowerPoint can present, you can add text. Obviously, you can add pictures. You can actually add videos if you want. As for the latest 2016 to 2019, videos are now incorporated in MS PowerPoint. You can actually um, put a video online or from the pictures online or offline coming from your PC. Okay. So as for adding the pictures, this will be our last topic. So hopefully you could able to have the idea. Put less text, provide few pictures, but these pictures can relate into 1,000 words. Okay. Hope you learned something from today. Hope to see you again next time for the second part of our Microsoft PowerPoint, which will be the slide master. Thank you very much and goodbye.